Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Into the Breach, where today we're taking on the Mist Eaters, and I've been looking at this and I'm wondering whether Mafan is in fact the right call here. Because we have a squad where like part of the whole deal is healing, right? Do we really need the shield on the thruster mech? Or like does it even make sense to use it on one of the others? I don't know. You know what, actually, if we bring Mafan, I wonder if it maybe makes sense to put Mafan in the control mech, because this thing's always in melee with enemies, right? So we could really take advantage of the shield that way, and then also obviously having a reactor is a big deal. Let's go ahead and pull a fresh Mafan, swap them into that mech, and then we still have the healing effect and stuff to make the thruster mech work. Yeah, actually I think I like that quite a bit. It turns out a little bit of power in that control mech goes a very long way. Well, I mean, one extra square, technically, but sometimes the right square in the wrong place can make all the difference. All right, what do we got here? A bunch of enemy types that I don't think of as terrifying necessarily, but backed up by the armor scion can be annoying. This looks like a pretty easy draw for RST. I do love the fireflies. They're so much more disruptible than many of the other enemies, like the moths. Speaking of which, yeah, I do not love Bouncer Scorpion Moth. We might do Pinnacle Robotics, but I don't think it would be wise to do it first. And Mosquito, Beetle, Firefly. Honestly, Detritus and RST both seem pretty doable to me. Let's go RST first. RST often gives you a lot of help early on. Yeah, okay. I love a terraformer. Love a terraformer as much as or more than the next girl. So let's put you down here. You get to be nice and forward. I sure would love to draw one of the Alpha Hornets onto the corner where we could potentially shoot it from two different terraformer moves. Please? Yes. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, well, first things first. This is unacceptable to me. You must pay the price for your insolence. Secondly, yay! I am in fact able to move you into a fire. Having some second thoughts about your strategy now. Huh, brain bug? Is that what's supposed to be going on? Is it supposed to be like a brain? I have no idea how to interpret this. This seems like a fine turn to do the backwards one. Sort of the low value terraform. Should I manually kill this thing? Because you're not going to take fire damage unless this thing's dead. That'll start a fire in that space. I kind of just want to go get a point of healing. I think this is fine. We'll do 1 damage. It won't take damage from the fire. And then I guess I could just, yeah, I guess I could just block. Yeah, you know what? I probably should. Okay, it processed the damage in the most favorable order. That was nice of it. Oh, well, that's annoying. I don't think these enemies are trying to help us out at all. So you can just finish this thing off. We do have to terraform a direction. It's perhaps not ideal. Okay, so what we do here is we just make this thing smoke that thing. I have put our napalm mech like way off in the corner in a spot where it's maybe not going to be super useful. Guess I could have thought that through a little better. Let's walk you over to here. That'll do. That's fine. I do like that shield. I do like that shield quite a bit. So, kill 7 enemies, Cataclysm. Oh, this feels doable. We need to make sure to get a kill or 2 on the first turn though, so that the so that there will be spawns available. Because with this many enemies on the table, the AI is going to be reluctant to put up any new spawning spots. Okay, that's just a huge number of enemies. We have 3 tiles of movement. Probably want to do is this. That seems like a no-brainer. And then I don't have to do anything else. But yeah, we can put 2 damage on this thing and then let it actually die. There we go. 2 spawns should give us a couple of spawn tiles. Because what we would really like to do, as always, is get 2 blocks now, so we only have to get 1 block next turn. We'll see how feasible that turns out to be. Yeah, that's a little awkward. You can block this one. You can block that one. You can smoke this guy and we can just let the 1 damage occur. It's not ideal, but in order to make sure we have maximum flexibility for this turn. Oh, see, this is awkward. Now they made the smog mech not able to participate. Here, we can move you to there. Which lets me do this, so you can continue spawn blocking. And I can only move 2 spaces, right? Yeah, so I can't do damage to that thing and also make it back to a spawn. Yeah, that'll do. That's always closer than you think it's going to be. It's a lot easier on maps where, especially if you have like the control mech, It's a lot easier on maps where there are spawns up on the first turn. How much health do you have? All of it? Well, that's not the answer I wanted. There we go. Alright, we're racking it up. This is working. Do we want a cataclysm? I'm a little leery of this. Knocking mites off of our mechs is really easy, though. Plus, the enemies are not good at coping with the windstorm. One, two, three, four. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Here, if we put the control mech here, we can at least guarantee that this leaper won't grab the napalm mech. Okay, that's good news. Alright, I'm pretty sure that we want to do this. So we need to free you. We can afford to take the bump here. I guess I can't put you in a position that's going to be any good necessarily, though. My plan is to kill this thing with the, yeah, because I don't really want to shoot. How do I want to do this? Yeah, I don't have a lot of interesting ways of solving this problem. Basically, all we can do is just put him somewhere. Out somewhere. Alright, yeah. It's like far away. And then here we get a kill. Oh! Receiving any kind of healing removes the mites. Not just like actually regaining health. I had thought it was specifically the repair action, actually. Well, that's a problem. Yeah. So this one's not actually going to deal any damage, but this one I think we specifically have to move it. I think that's fine. And then... there we go. Well, I knew that getting the mites dealt with was going to be easy with this team, but I have to admit that I am a little surprised by how quickly it happened. Okay, so you're already not going to do damage to a building and you're going to block that guy's shot. You're also not going to do any damage. The enemies are really, really bad at Windstorm. So I think we just block here. Here we can start a fire. And I can get you onto a spawn block. That'll be useful. I'll tell you what, though, this tile's taking a real beating. The bugs do not understand meteorology. I can't remember. This doesn't kill us, right? Yeah, no, that counts. Okay, that counts as alive. And you're dead already. Alright, I was just testing that at an opportune moment. We may as well just set you on fire as well for good measure. Trying not to get too confident doing well on the first island. So I know how much this is worth. I hate the fact that the high threat mission, the way this was positioned, the high threat mission had to be the last thing before the boss battle. Do I feel like we can do this? Destroy 2 mountains while also killing at least 7 enemies. I think we're going to lose our perfect island if we go for this. And I don't think that there's a good enough reason. You know, if this was anything other than defend the train, I definitely think I would. I think we're still going to take it. So it's to defend the train that has a bunch of cracked land on the bug side of the map, which probably we will be able to make good use of. Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. I have to admit, I'm more than a little nervous. Trying to position so that we don't bait any of the bugs to stand in a bad position, and also so that the leapers have pretty limited options. Okay, this is not a bad outcome. Right, that's pretty great news. Over here, we can just, just blow you up, and then you can jump in front of this thing. What did we get on that level up? Invulnerable. Not very good, Steve. Not a terribly compelling pull. Okay. That's the Scion spawning on fire is good news for us, for sure. So we could kill that thing. Where am I allowed to move it to? Not a lot of meaningful spots. I could block this shot with it. But I think we're just going to drop that thing off the world. I can't quite kill it. Sorry, with that thing. Yeah, I think I am going to do this. We'll just put it somewhere. It doesn't super matter, I think. Because I do think I want to do this. And then... maybe just step back and start a fire here? Life is easier when the enemies spawn on fire. Alright, that thing being at full health is a little bit annoying. Is there a good way to... I think we're going to be taking a point of damage here. A point of building damage. Because now you need to do 1 to this thing so that it actually dies to this attack. And then... I guess we could make use of Steve's invulnerability. Yeah, you know what? It actually does matter. Great work, Steve. I choose to believe that that was Mafan being concerned about his teammate. Alright, well. Oh, mechs cannot take damage at all during the player turn. It's not just push damage. I mean, that has some utility here. There's no way I'm putting 2 reactors into that. We have stuff to do. I do feel like I want this. I probably want +1 range. You can't really use it most of the time, but 3 damage is an important threshold. Yeah, I think so. Okay, Hornet Leader. Standing by. How are we going to manage this? Alright, there's at least some chance we can bait the Hornet Leader into being here, and then we'd all just leave. Well, it worked. Remarkably, that worked. Okay, interesting. So... I think I would really like to move this thing down 1 space. I guess we're going to have to take this out this way. I really hate putting this mech all the way on the wrong side of the map. But I think it is the right move. We're just going to smoke you. We just have the enemies pick at each other a little bit. Okay, well, I mean, they gave me a position where I am able to use my mechs to do real damage, so I appreciate that. I have 3 spaces right now? Yeah, that's awkward. Being able to move this mech 4 spaces to here would be really fantastic. Part of me kind of wants to let this building fall. Just move him to here. I guess there's no fire I can move it into safely. Yeah, I can just do this with it though. That's fine. How to deal with this? If I just move the Hornet over one, it'll kill this thing, and then the Firefly will shoot it. So we can get another 2 damage that way. So let's see here. I can spawn block. Can't really spawn block and do anything useful though, can I? That feels meaningful. You, I just move over. Yeah, I mean, spawn blocking is its own reward, I guess. I had to be able to deal 2 damage to that thing, though. Without being able to set it on fire. And I definitely don't want to smoke it, because it will not. It won't kill the Hornet, and the Hornet will block for it. So we just have to get 2 damage on it in total. Okay, and it put itself close enough that I can use the jet on it. So that's probably how we're going to get there. Indeed. Oops, that's not. We are going to have to just use smoke. Yeah. Well, actually... Okay, you can go stand in this fire. There we go. It's not going to kill him. It's not even going to deal damage to him. But it's going to make him think. I imagine, even if you are not being harmed, if you are on fire, it's probably like a pretty traumatic experience. It is probably not good, hot take, to be on fire. The psionic receiver's okay. Isaac's better, certainly. We can use Isaac to replace our invulnerable pilot. I think we'll just take a pilot who is near leveling but hasn't actually leveled up. Hope for some better outcomes here. Leave you behind. We're leaving this behind. And so raining death is okay. I do think the shield tank's very good. I think all of the tank type things are very good. All the extra bodies are very strong. Who would we ever use it on? It's probably, like, we have the option of taking 3 reactor cores plus 4 grid defense, or 2 cores plus the shield tank. It's got to be right to take the shield tank. We wouldn't want to put it on the control shot. We probably want to move the nanofilter mending onto the control mech, because we're never going to not want to use the control mech part. Yeah, all right, let's do it. So let's do some swapping around here. First of all, let's move this onto you. Secondly, who is the one who spawns the tank? Who are we more likely to not want to? It's probably the thruster mech. And then I think we just put in the 2 reactors to make that work. Isaac, you look smart. It looks, in your image, it looks like you're wearing a lab coat, maybe. You seem like a scientist to me. You will figure out how to operate this robot. Or we're all fucked. Blobber, that one got worse, huh? Starfish is not so bad. Firefly is actually really interesting with boost. I think we may want to go for Pinnacle at this point. We didn't really pick up more damage, though. Like, we're not any better at dealing with the health regen. I guess you picked up more damage, kind of, sometimes. Yeah, okay, maybe it's detritus. Alright. Let's all go to the pumping station. Who doesn't want to live at the pumping station? I don't love it when this happens. The Vec are just going to park themselves here and we're going to have to deal with it. Let's try to draw the attention of these jerks. Yeah, maybe like that. Dear fireflies, please pay attention to me. Hooray, it worked. They love me. Perhaps they have always loved me. Okay, what we have here is actually a pretty small number of enemies focusing on the mission, which is great news for us. I do wish that we had more ways to move enemies around. So we have 3 enemies that we actually have to deal with. I'm pretty sure that I want to move you up to here. I'm going to put this all the way over here. We're going to fire the shield tank and have the shield tank throw up a shield. And then I guess here is like fine. Okay, so we still have 1 attack hitting that building and it's being shielded. Oh, snap. I did the stupid thing where I was not paying attention to the conveyor belts. I needed to move all the way back. Well, at least I lived. Although I think, you know, there's an open question as to whether I should be still alive with the kind of play I'm doing here. Alright, don't love this. Lot of enemies. Very focused on the murder. You're going in the ocean, so you're not actually a problem. You only have 1 HP. That seems also solvable. You don't really get to do anything fun. You can just throw a shield up on one of our teammates. So you're dead already. You... Actually, what I probably want to do here is, like, move you to here. We can step this guy into the fire. Have him deal some bonus damage. Then we can just put a little damage on this guy so he actually dies when that happens. Yeah, that's fine. Mosquitoes are perhaps not the most dangerous enemies in this situation. Just put you there. That seems very good. Do one of those. A classic one of those. We don't really know what we're going to need from here, so I'm just going to shield buildings at random. So I am going to 4 total mech damage here at the beginning of this turn. We are going to have to gain an HP on somebody in order to pass our goals. Okay, maybe they'll just handle it for me. Okay, so we can ignore that. It would be splendiferous if you were just right here. Oh yeah, and that, like, they're ordered correctly and everything. That rules so much. You can just be on fire. And you know what? You can just step out of the way and heal yourself. Make things even better. So dead at the beginning of the turn. You die. You kill that guy. Then you kill that guy. Yeah, perfect. And you don't actually have to do anything, but let's shield another building. Pretty good. All right, let's see what we got in level ups, because I did not have time to check. All right. Okay, that one's an actual level up. Really? I've gotten 4 level ups this campaign, and 3 of them have been invulnerable? That doesn't seem very likely. All right, the shield thing being a projectile is super valuable. Okay, the detritus contraption. Interesting. Ooh, it's really far forward. I do not love that. So if we want to do the thing that we often do on the first turn, we want to make sure that if we're firing the damage mode on the first turn as usual, it's maybe a better way to put that so that you actually can tell what the hell I'm talking about. We definitely want to make sure we do that before we spawn the shield tank. Also, fuck this noise. This is terrible. So I can stop two of the attacks like this. We can just tank the other one. Actually, no, we will not have to tank the other one. He will die from fire damage. Rock. What can I do that's valuable? I can shield this building already. So I don't necessarily... I can't get you down here. Well, sorry, you're spawning the shield bot anyway. So yeah, the question is, what can the control mech do that is useful? And the answer is not very much, I think. I can't even... Oh, I can... Sorry, I can put this on acid so that it dies when we fire the contraption. Yeah, that matters. So now we want to fire the contraption. And then we just put you somewhere. And we spawn our adorable little friend who can be in some acid. That's fine. Okay. Yep, we're totally on top of it. Don't worry. Probably. It's likely that we're already on top of it. Possibly. So... It does suck that we kind of need to use the shield on the contraption this turn. You can't shield yourself, can you? No. I cannot do very much damage to this thing. Here, I can do this, though. We can stop it from acting, and then we can set it on fire. And you can just shield whatever. I mean, we should shield the contraption, probably, right? Yeah. Because he will continue to take damage inside the shield. And then this shielding gets peeled off right away, and they're covered in acid. Like, this is actually really good. I think we can open with this. Oh, Mafan has caught fire. Right, I should have moved Mafan out of the fire before opening. That's on me. That's my bad. Let's move you to here. Mafan needs to go somewhere that isn't that spawn tile. And just repair his fire. You're dead already. You're not gonna be dead, but you're also not gonna do any damage. Let me just kill you. Actually, I think this guy's probably more of an... No, he's not. He would be more of an annoyance for other squads. He's definitely not more of an annoyance here. And then... just keep shielding stuff. Oh, I mean, I guess you may as well repair. I have to say, it is at this point, you know, obviously fully mundane, but it is really just like, it is a great joy to get to make enemy units kill each other. It really doesn't feel like there's anything that quite matches up to it. What a good idea for a gameplay experience. Okay, and then, yeah, we can not quite move you into a fire, sadly. Well, nothing to be done about it. Hooray, we did it! That extra point of movement, that last point, is definitely worth pursuing. Thing we need to do. To the heap. Okay, that lab position is pretty covered. There's a lot of acid on the ground here. And we're going to be able to make extra good use of it thanks to our control mech. I have high hopes. Let's put you over here just in case. And it's hard to know what to do with you. Okay, well this is really annoying because I really want to... Oh no, never mind. The smog mech has 4 move, not 3. Well, never mind what I was about to say. None of this is annoying. It's all wonderful. I'm so happy. So happy to be here in this moment. So this feels fantastic, right? Splat. Smoke you. And then if you could just be, I don't know, right here perhaps? Seems pretty solid. Use that boosted damage. Yeah, the Mist Eaters have so much control. What a good team. Also, very unfortunately for our enemies, they seem to be chronically unable to learn things. Do we even want to... Like, I don't know that it is correct to spawn the tank. So we could just get out of this guy's way and leave him on the spawn point, I guess. Yeah, I think that makes sense, right? We run you over to here. Do some damage there. You over to here to block this spawn. Probably not a great idea to do that. I think we probably just want to block a spawn with Isaac. In which case, yes, this is a fine time to spawn the shield tank. And you just, I don't know, hang out, I guess. Yeah, there's not really a lot else to do here. So that thing's gonna die on its own. That's enemy number 3. All we have to do is, like, find a way to kill this thing or tag anything else. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward from here. Okay. I do feel like it's probably time to just drop this thing. You could just be placed over a spawn. I actually think that's probably pretty good. And then you can actually just get out of the way. Okay, there we go. That's 5, in fact. It's horrible corrosive acid absolutely everywhere. Right, that's a kill, and then that's also a kill, because Isaac can actually just deal 3 damage now. And honestly, for a team that has basically no damage ups, but like this team does feel very capable of killing stuff. Do we also want the +2 health on this thing so I can just throw in the ability to cover spots with it? Like, probably, right? It is very good. Yeah, all right. And then kill 6 or fewer enemies is going to be tricky, and we don't really need all the power reward. I'm debating between waste chambers and scrap heap. Scrap heap looks pretty easy. We don't really need the power right now. My concern is, what if I like get in a situation where I have to take a building hit, and then I go into, I don't want to go into the final map down. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it this way. Gee. Well, there's not really a clean place to try to lure the fireflies into shooting. So yeah, I guess it doesn't matter too much. Let's do this and this and this. We don't need to be able to reach too far toward this edge of the map right now. Okay, well, I could tell you, I do very much like the idea of just using this thing to intercept that. We probably have to smoke this guy. Yeah, that seems pretty clean. We get our first spawn block immediately. That really loosens up the schedule. You're pretty easy to kill. So it's trivial to move this guy to a position where he's not doing any harm, and in fact can do some good for us. I don't think it's nearly as easy to do that with the Firefly, so we definitely want to use our smoke tech over here. Yeah, it's really, this block Vex spawning 3 times mission is so much easier when you have a block available on the first turn. Alright, your turn to catch on fire for the cause. We are definitely just smoking you. It's a shame I can't... Wait, I can do it on this side. I can charge real hard over here. And then you're on fire already. Your turn. So we didn't even spawn the shield tank that time, but in my defense, there were so many opportunities to do 6 damage. I just could not pass them up. Okay, only 3 enemies, one of whom is already dead. Well, it feels like you can join the ranks of the already dead. And you can just get... yeah. Oh, right. Except... How do I make this situation a little bit more survivable for our poor pilot? I kind of can't, huh? Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. Means we just can't kill this dude. Oh, actually, sorry, what am I talking about? I can absolutely make this more survivable. I just have to make it so Isaac's not the one moving on to acid. It's like trivial, in fact, to do that. I was like, I saw the damage on him being doubled, and I was like, oh, he got hit with acid at some point. It took me an embarrassingly long time to notice that it was that movement that was getting the acid on him. Alright, Spider Boss is very annoying. Spider Boss could be a real problem. We're going to need a lot of help from our friends, the Fireflies. Okay, that's not really what help looks like. So... I can just tank this shot on the shield, We can do that. Let the smoke start. We definitely want to make sure that the Boost Scion gets to live for the moment. If I'm gonna spawn the shield tank, where do I want to do that? Because I can't actually put it in position to shield any of the important buildings. I guess I can just put it in position to shield the thruster mech. Yeah, that's fine. Or do I want it to just spawn block? I think I want it to just spawn block. Actually. Alright, we're going to have a shit ton of spiders on the table here. But the good news is, this is probably this thing's last turn. Well, I guess if they put their bodies around it densely enough, I may not have a spot where I can actually do the run-up necessary to attack. So maybe it does get to live. Because they really blocked us in here. Okay. Well... What's the order of it? Attacks here? Actually, it's like this is really good, right? It requires this guy to be free to be really good. But yes, it is really good. So let's make that happen. Ooh, this is the only spot I can do it from, huh? Kinda hate that. Alright, it's fine. Yep, it sure has. So this building's getting hit. Can't really do anything about it. And I think this tank is again just blocking a spawn because of the way the spacing has worked out. Alright. The Boost Scion has done some really excellent work for us. It's probably about time it gets dead, though. Whew. Okay. Let's be rid of that nonsense. Now... I can just take this. This is not a real hit. And I think that shot's fairly good. The way the enemies have stacked up, it's really hard... Yeah, it's a real challenge in this situation to get them to do much to each other. We can do this. We can mind control you into a spawn block. We can just have you spawn block over here so that you actually get it. And you know, listen, if this thing never distributes a shield at any point and just blocks spawn 3 times, that feels very significant. That's definitely worth 1 use of someone's turn. Okay, well, I do believe this is actually, like, extremely easy. You can just get tapped. Yeah. A little bit more XP for the team. Fireflies and centipedes are just like the ideal enemies to be fighting with a control mech. You can just make them do anything you want. The cryo launcher is interesting, especially on a team that has a persistent shield. Silica has adrenaline, which is pretty whatever, but it's not nothing, whereas invulnerability is almost always actually nothing. We could also just take the grid overpower, though. 18% grid defense plus full bars. We're probably doing one more island, right? We don't have to do that. I'm gonna take Silica. So we're gonna replace Isaac's 1 XP out. Maybe we hold on to Isaac just to see. I actually am a little bit like, I want to keep the +1 move for sure. And the Zoltan's doing all kinds of valuable things. So yeah, we'll just hold on to Silica for a moment. We won't actually use Silica until after we get this XP. See if this is valuable, and then... the thing is, if we were to drop Isaac off now, we could buy an extra reactor. But there are actually some really useful items here. Maybe we want to do one of these +2 reactors. I love the guided missile so much. And actually that smoke line is going to be incredibly good with this team. Who still has an opening? It would be you would have the smoke missile. Yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable at all, actually. Wait, is this a... It's a brute class weapon. Yeah, we can make that change. That's fine. And then 2 of these. Okay. Do we want to take the +1 damage right away? Or do we want to take the smoke line and some health and then hold off and like... I think we're going to do this for the moment. But my intention is to, when we get another reactor, peel these back and go for the +1 damage. Yeah, okay. And then if we get Silica online on this mech, being able to run thrusters and missile or missile and missile, both very powerful. Yeah, okay. I think this is a setup for a victorious game. We are definitely going to need some more reactors, though. So, when you come back next time, we're going to go hunting. Just a little bit more power. You can never have enough murderous giant robot power. That's what I always say. And we'll see you then.